Hello and welcome to a modding update. I'm Aaron Dominion, and it's been a while since I've done any sort of videos recently. So I'm going to go into where I'm at. I'm going to speak about Pneuma Manor and Skyrim Bookstore Special Edition primarily. I'm going to have a few other things, or one other thing as well. So, where I'm at. Because of COVID-19, I have a lot of anxiety. Um, Trying to make sure we're all prepared here. I have a roommate, and been having to be involved in that. I also work full time still in the energy sector, so I'm still having to go out and about, even though we're told to self quarantine if we can. Whenever I'm not at work, I'm going to be at home, not doing anything. So, what does this mean? I will be focusing on keeping my health both physically and mentally up, and my time on modding, it'll be as it makes sense. Um, I want to do it definitely, so I will be continuing to do it. And so, final thoughts I have for this section. Everyone stay safe, social distancing, good hygiene, 20 seconds hand washing, and whatever other tips that your government and health officials have said. Also, keep connected to people, digital means, or whatever method you have that doesn't violate the safety rules, because it's important to keep connected in this time. I'm going to use my Discord more, and I encourage you to also join on there if you need a spot to hang out or anything like that. Discord's a free app, and I'm providing the link here. I'll be also sharing it on my social media platforms later, and I will continue to do that in the future. So, Pneuma Manor. The status of the project, simply put, since the last update, I have made zero progress. My mental state was kind of messed up at the time, so I switched off to either not modding at all for a period of time or working on other projects that didn't have myself in such a messed up position. However, I'm going to go back to where I was on the mod and start putting in some time in concurrent development with another project that I'm actively working on. So that brings us to Skyrim Bookstore Special Edition. Not sure if anybody knows of the original release of Skyrim Bookstores, but it was one of the first set of mods released on the Workshop, Nexus, and other places that added a couple of bookstores in cities with skill magazine books as well that you could consume for temporary buffs. So, what has been added for the special edition version so far? Well, I'm adding a whole ton of bookstores. The ones I've done so far is the Skyward Scholar and Dragon's Bridge, Whispered Pamphlet and Dawnstar, Prancing Copy and Falkreath, Haunted Brochure in Morthal, the Draconic Opus in Ivarstead, the Chiseled Leaflet in Karthwasten, the Blooming Treatise in Rorikstead. We've also added these locations: Thicket Codex in Riverwood, and Sunrise Editions in Fort Dawnguard. So other things I've also implemented or added to the mod, all the original Markarth, Riften, Solitude, Whiterun, Windhelm locations are now implemented into the Thieves Guild Radiant quests, so numbers jobs, sweep, and things like that are in place. You also have the bookstores hooked up, the new ones that is, hooked up to this same system. So what's remaining? Well, I have 3 more locations that need to be worked into the mod. The Veined Books bestseller in Raven Rock, the Scrying Compendium in Winterhold, and the Bloody Hardcover in Castle Volkihar. These seem like weird locations, a few of them. It's going to work. I'm going to be making lore journals for each of the existing locations and the brand new locations, just to give some immersion to it if people are in there and just browsing it, since I'm not using voice actors on the new locations, at least on the one that I'm releasing for PlayStation 4, just the PlayStation 4 version. I'll get into the other two in a moment. And then I'm going to be writing new books that will be up for sale at the various locations. Just so you have some new content that you can actually buy from these stores, not just the same vanilla books over and over. Okay, so specifically for the Xbox One and PC version, each store is going to have a sign created for it, with its own artwork or whatever it makes sense for it. I'm going to add an additional location. I haven't decided where yet. I'm probably going to be voicing the owner of that location, and there's going to be a quest line introduced. And there's going to be additional quests that are introduced, and some of them will be store location specific, like the Dawn Guard location. I'm imagining that there's going to be something involved with that. And it's going to take into account the current state of affairs. So if you've already gone through and completed the Dawn Guard quest line under the Dawn Guard faction, you will see some of the quest options that you previously had not available. Okay, and that's basically it for that. I am, at the end of this video, going to do a preview of the bookstore. Alright, so another random project I've been doing, just because I've needed something different to keep the creative juices flowing, and I've been putting a lot of time in this game just to help with my mental state. Galactic Battlegrounds. I spent a lot of time whenever I was a teenager, a little bit in college, not too much though, with this game. I made my own scenarios, and I haven't published any of those. A lot of them are lost at this point. So I started a brand new campaign, numerous episodes, no timeline on when I'm going to actually release this one. And yes, it is a Star Wars game. No, it is not Star Wars factions involved. So I'll mention more about that if I have focus in the future on it. Alright, and now let's do the preview before I wrap up this video. Okay, so we are in Special Edition right now. Let's see. Let's go to Falkreath first. Alright, so here is the location right here for the Prancing Copy. And just a quick look here on the inside. And the owner's not up here. It's a little bit late for the selling time. So, we're going to go to a different location at the moment. Let's see. Let's go to the Dawn Guard location. That one took me several weeks to actually implement. Okay. So we're at Dawn Guard. I'm going to just drop down here, since it's going to be on this level. Going to go around this corner here, and here is a new entrance. And if we go up to the door, it says Sunrise Editions. So now here we are inside of Sunrise Editions. There's going to be numerous guards in the building. I have a very small room to move my mouse at the moment. Forgive me. Alright. So, go through all of this. So, notice the bookshelves are empty at the moment. I'm waiting until I actually go through and make the new books. So, you have owner here, but any of them here behind the counters will be able to sell, and currently the book lists are based off of the other locations, with some variety here and there. But in the future, there will be more options. And there is open roof there. You have another area with bookshelves and like reading benches. Downstairs is the living quarters and a few other things. Warehouse over on this other end. So yeah, this is one of the few locations that will be pretty involved size-wise. Alright, let's continue. Let's go off to Dawnstar. Okay, so immediately here we have the Dawnstar location, the Whispered Pamphlet. And again, it's very similar with books at the moment. Notice it's generally the same type of layout. A lot of them are going to share layouts. That's just how they are designed. Let's go to a different one. I'm going to the Morthal location right now. Okay. So this one is going to be a little bit out of town compared to normal. Okay, it's a good time to actually go there. So we have the mill right here, and notice off to the right we have a two-story building over here. This one has a varied layout from some of the other ones. So cobwebs in various spots. You have a ghost here. And then the owner who will be here for the book selling. And living quarters, just to show you the business ledger and a few other items are also going to be up here and in various spots. That's something that's going to also be different in some of the other locations. Okay, let's see. Let's go to one of the old locations and look at some of the changes on the inside. We'll start with the Markarth one. Let's give it a little bit of time here. Okay, it should be open now. Okay. So, I'm not sure if the shelves were in the previous version or not. It's been a while since I've actually added the ledger. I don't remember. There's the ledger right there behind the shelves. Strongbox there. And you have a few other items that have been placed throughout. Okay, so that one was probably one of the harder ones to find. Let's go to the Solitude location. Okay, so it's pretty late. Let's just wait some more. Okay. Alright, we're going to just ignore that at the moment, and let's go to the location. It's still in the same spot right here off to the left. Okay. So we have the cellar here, ledger right there, and somewhere else in here will be like the strong boxes and things like that. Yeah, I don't remember where the rest of the... This one might be the chest for one of those quests. But yeah, those are the small changes I've done. I'm probably going to do more with some of the other items in here. Start adding some additional places. This basement area might have that opened up. Not sure yet. So that's all the preview I really want to share at the moment on what to expect from Skyrim bookstores. And that will conclude the video at the moment. Those of you waiting on Pneuma Manor, I know it's been a long time. Somebody recently shared their frustrations with how long I'm taking on it. I'm as equally frustrated as you with that, because it's been, for me, 9 years since I started working on a brand new version. So until next time.